Hello! Happy New Year's, everybody! First video of the new year. Exciting, exciting. I hope you guys all had a great vacation or holiday. Hopefully, you got one. But with that being said, it's time to hop back into some Wildfrost gameplay. So, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a solid 5-10 minutes to figure out what the heck I had going on again. So, I apologize if I say things that I've already said or I misplay with the deck. I do remember that I misplayed horribly the last time around. So, glad that's over with. But, anyways, moving on to route selection again. Here, we've got essentially the option between a Charm Merchant and a Muncher. And just looking at the deck, I guess first things first. For the deck, to begin with, Snobble was injured from the last fight, I believe. So I switched him with Snoof, basically. More or less the same thing. I just chose the companion that wasn't injured. Not much thinking behind that. Snuffle's obviously also injured, so not going to choose him either. But yeah, so Snoof is back. He's got the crown. He's a good little boy back with us. And now back to the matter at hand. The Charm Merchant or the Muncher. So unfortunately, I don't like either of these because the Charm Merchant you only really want to go to if you have a lot of excess money. And while I do have 89 gold, I will again reiterate the importance of having enough gold to be able to buy a crown in every shop. So I wasn't looking to spend this gold, actually, to be completely honest, unless I got like a bling cave or something like that. The Muncher, on the other hand, also is not very useful because, realistically speaking, the only item I'm looking to get rid of is Scrappy Sword. And maybe I switch my mind on Blaze Tea and I get rid of it or something like that. But realistically, it's like only Scrappy Sword that I'm looking to switch out here. So because of that, I don't really like either option, basically. And I'm thinking about which one I want to go to. Still can't decide. But first, let's take our card. While active, all allies retain Chili. So we're not taking this one because we don't have any poison, obviously. When an ally is healed, apply double Chili, or double spice, I guess is what it's called. This is interesting because we have Heart Mist Station, so we do heal pretty often. So every time they would heal for 1 HP, they would get 2 spice. Or, alternatively, I could have them all retain spice. So these two are pretty close. I think I will take one, simply because it's another wooden unit that I can use to tank a hit. I think the answer is to take Pepper Flag. And I say it's Pepper Flag because our deck is so small that we'll be drawing Peppering a lot. If our deck was bigger and we weren't drawing into it as often, then obviously we would be applying less spice, making this less effective, which would make us want to take Heart Forge. But I think with the size of our deck, don't take that the wrong way. I do think Pepper Flag makes more sense because we'll basically be drawing Peppering every like 2 turns, more or less. So, or sorry, not every 2 turns, but every redraw, every 2 redraws, we'll be drawing Peppering. So I think I'm going to take Pepper Flag here. And I don't have any other healing mechanism in my team are in my deck, so really Heart Mist is the only value I'm getting. And then if for some reason I lose Heart Steel, Heart Forge becomes totally useless. So yeah, maybe not as hard of a decision as I made it out to be, but wanted to be certain. Again, patience is always good. Take your time, never hurts. And now the question is, do I go to the Charm Merchant or do I go to the Muncher to get rid of this Scrappy Sword? Honestly, the thing is, Scrappy Sword isn't even that bad for us because we use it to deal damage, which activates Free Will. So having one isn't the worst thing, especially because like our only other ways of activating Free Will are if somebody else attacks or if we use a Snow Stick. So I think we actually want the Scrappy Sword, so in that case I'm going to go to the Charm Merchant. Even though I may not buy anything, and I probably won't buy anything, it's worth checking out anyways. This is cool. Gain 2 spice 1 hit. That's very nice. I think that's just going to go on Bombom because she's our tankiest character. Either that or it goes on my hero, but again, I don't really want my hero to tank anything anyways, so a little bit counterintuitive there, but I can decide that later. Let's take a look at Charm Merchant here. This is not happening. What are our options here? So we have 89 gold, so we can only buy Durian Charm. Remove all effects. Okay. So I think crazy enough, I am going to buy Durian Charm and opt to probably lose my option at buying a crown at my next shop because the Durian Charm plus Bombom is an insanely strong combo, I think. Because you do lose Barrage on Bombom, which is unfortunate, but you also get rid of the fact that she damages the team and herself, so she no longer needs to be swapped in and out as often. And obviously she gets +4 attack, which is huge. So it makes her a 16/11 with a 4 countdown timer, which on paper is very insane. So let's just use that on her. And because of that, we are also going to use this Spice Charm, I think. I'm just going to slap it on her because it's going to make her an absolute beast. I'm actually not going to put it on yet because with this upgrade, I don't think I need it. And I think I mentioned this in previous videos, but with charms, I try not to overload my characters with charms because it'll make my next run harder because I will face them in the boss fights. And so the fewer charms I get on my team, the better. So that way I don't have to worry as much in the next run. So I'm going to keep it off for now unless I feel like next battle I'm weak for whatever reason. I'm not going to buy the other two. I mean, I don't have enough money, so it's not out of the question. So now the real question is, do I switch the crown from Snoof onto Bombom? And I think the answer is yes, because Bombom's just super strong now. Like originally, we definitely didn't want Pootie's Frenzy to go on Bombom because she would just damage herself twice, which is really not good. But now that she has no harmful effect, obviously it is good to have the extra frenzy on her. So yeah, let's go. And I do know that when you're starting out, you probably do want to just kind of stack all of your charms whenever possible, because there's a fine line between beating the fight and just straight up losing. So if you aren't that confident, definitely feel free to slam charms whenever. Anyways, let's hop into this Woolly Drek fight. I will say, in the past, this fight was definitely one of my run killers. It is, on paper, a very hard fight to win because of the sheer tankiness and stats that these characters bring. Now, which character do I actually want to Blaze Tea here? I'm actually not sure. I think it's still my hero, because getting 5 turn timer on Bombom kind of feels bad, so. Alright, get Snoof out first. Companions out first, as always. Gromble's gonna attack, so we're gonna have Bombom. Actually, nope, sorry, we're gonna have Pooty tank that. And then whilst we're doing that, we're gonna have Pepper in here. Oh, to preface, sorry. I had this in my notes, but I forgot to read it. So, on paper, this 28 HP 3 attack guy seems really scary because he's a tank. And surprisingly, he's not the main issue. The main issue is actually Bigfoot, because obviously his ability will cause him to eat another ally and take their abilities. So if Woolly Drek takes Bigfoot, gains his 5 attack, and gets Barrage, that's basically game over. That's actually the lose condition for this fight, in my opinion. Woolly Drek eating his other allies in a lot of cases is actually beneficial for you, because he can take out enemies that are about to kill you for whatever reason, and it literally reduces an enemy on the field for you. And if you get towards the end, he can also kill the boss for you if you get that far. It does work like that, yes, it is just random. So if he eats the boss, then yes, you still win the fight. But yeah, so because of that, Bigfoot's actually the main issue, and that's who you're going to want to focus. So in this fight, I know Snoof's out right now, so his ability is going to freeze Bigfoot, and I should be able to kill him before he attacks. And also, more importantly, before Woolly Drek attacks, because this is it's problematic if he eats Bigfoot, as I said. So yeah, so with that being said, my next 2 turns are gonna be Pepper Flag and Pepperin. I don't think the order I play them matters, so let's just go with this. Nice, Snoof gets that, which is actually pretty good for us, believe it or not. So now the question is, do I use Pepperin or Mimic, actually? I think Pepperin's better here. Ooh, actually, no, Mimic's better, because I can use Pepperin next turn anyways and still get value out of it. So I will do that. It's funny because I can actually kill Woolly Drek this fight because Bombom is so overpowered right now. Yeah, I think this is just the turn. That's kind of insane. You know, can't say I'm able to do that every fight. So I think I really like Sunrod here, just to reduce turn timer. I'm gonna reduce... I'll reduce Free Wills here, actually, because the next attack sequence for me, I'm preparing for Snoof to hit them first, so Free Will will get the double passive benefit. So Bigfoot's out again. There's obviously Woolly Drek is not on the battlefield anymore, so targets essentially equalized in terms of value. I can... Let's see. Let me think. So this smackback is an issue, but the good thing about smackback is that if you freeze them, the smackback deactivates. So that's something to keep in mind. And so if I'm able to kill Bigfoot first here, actually, then Snoof will get to attack Gromble and prevent the smackback from going off. The question is, do I care that Gromble up here is going to hit for 4 more damage on Bombom? And I think the answer is no. So let's see. So this is 4 damage. If I hit him with a snow stick, he's at 11. That means he's going to do 8. Mick will do 4 to kill him. If I make the turn order like this. I think I can actually afford to kill Gromble here. Oh shoot, let me think about how this will work. So hit, free roll hits, mimic hits, this guy dies, then I'm gonna hit Gromble. So this doesn't actually work. So I would need to freeze Gromble first. In which case I think it's better to just kill him and prevent this damage from going off. Oh. Well, that's not great. Lose free damage there, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world for sure. I think here I can summon Heart Mist for good value. So that means these guys would both take 1 HP. I know Snoof is low HP anyway, so he's going to be getting recalled, but that's fine. I'm just going to summon Bitebox here to prep a unit that can tank for me. Actually, I'll summon Woodhead first because the boss isn't out yet, and ideally I would like Bitebox to tank for the boss. So I'll do this. I can have Bombom tank here. Now see, this is where having Mimic would have mattered, because if I had Mimic here, I could kill both of these guys in 1 turn, I believe, with Mimic's extra damage. Now I can only kill 1, which means I'll probably have to... Well, actually I don't mind letting Bombom just take another hit, so I think I will let her do that, and then I'll get some extra gold by hitting this Goblin twice. Because he's snowed, he can't smack back. Like an important note. So now Snoop's going to be recalled. I get a free redraw, and I will take use of it. Because I want to draw Snoop again, ideally. Like that. And then I will just play him again. So the question here is now, do I want to activate this Wave Bell so that Free Roll gets a hit? And the answer here is no for me, because I can't trigger my passive, and so I'm only dealing 4 damage, which to me isn't that worth it. I would rather have everybody's turn timers go down by 1 whilst not having any enemies up. So I think this is fine. Here comes the big guy. So Bombom's going to take out Bigfoot in one hit next turn, which is really good. So I think for now, I'm just going to focus on snowing Big Blue to prevent him from attacking. Now, once Bombom kills Bigfoot, Snoof is going to hit Grumble. So again, I can just keep snowing here. Papa's doing 1 damage, but it's nullified by Heart Mist, so that's really good. I might as well increase my hero's attack by 1 because I don't really have anything better to do. This fight's basically over at this point. I'm going to redraw here. Apply 2 to all allies. And once Bombom hits again, the boss is dead, which is great. And I can actually make it so that both of these guys hit at the same time with Sunrod. Oh, but we also did already realize that when enemies other than the boss are left alive, they do still drop gold. So originally I was going to plan on comboing these guys together, but I think Papa will leave me gold even if we don't kill him. So, doesn't really make a difference, but hey, let's do it anyways. Snowed. Popeye's dealing 1. Doesn't really matter to us. Awesome. Much smoother fight than the last fight we had. Which is saying something for sure, because that fight, or this Woolly Drek fight, is supposed to be on paper much harder. And we got our 2 buddies Snobble and Snovel back from injuries, which is amazing. And yeah, that is it for this video, I think. Relatively simple. I guess this really just showcases the strength of having Bombom with a Durian Charm. Like, genuinely, the Durian Charm and Bombom is a super strong combo. So I hope this was helpful for what it's worth. I know maybe not the most instructional video because I kind of just ran over that fight really easily, but regardless, I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, Future Rocco here again. Quick summary. There wasn't too much that I haven't covered before that I did cover in this video, but what I do want you to take away is, number 1, again, the Woolly Drek should not be the main focus of this fight. Really, it should be Bigfoot, or essentially the guy with the barrage ability. As long as you can prevent the Woolly Drek from getting barrage, the fight is way easier. And one more clarification that I forgot to mention is that when the Woolly Drek eats an enemy, it also inherits any negative status effects that the enemy has. So if the enemy had poison on it, the Woolly Drek will inherit that same amount of poison, which is also really useful in case you're able to stack poison on somebody else. If he eats it, then he'll take that poison and tank that same damage.